What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 80 of the Offshore Gamescast. I'm Dave,
I'm Dylan.
and this is episode 3 of Special Trifecta Explosionaire.
This is my first part. I don't know who that second Dave dude was, but I got rid of him.
Finally, I can get paid again.
Which might be really weird because we're wearing the same exact clothing as episode 79. But
I know, you're like, Hush.
Hush?
Yep, that's why I made a face, because I knew you weren't going to get that reaction.
Yeah, you made that face immediately.
I knew you weren't going to get it. It wasn't going to make any sense, but I
No,
understood
it doesn't.
And a Batman fan would understand.
I am Batman.
Kind of.
I am excited for 2023.
And why are you excited for 2023, Batman?
Because I have 10 video games that I am super excited for, and I have 5 gaming resolutions.
We are going to be going over our most anticipated for 2023, this wonderful year ahead of us that was supposed to be 2022, but there are some incredible bangers coming just on the horizon. And we both got 10 of them, and little gaming resolutions. These are a little thing that I like to do where put down a few games that you want to have beaten this year. Either they're games that you've started, you've never played, or they're games that you should have had beaten. You're late to the party, and you want to beat them, and that's just plan on it, get it done. But you want to hop right in?
We'll see what happens.
See what happens. Let's hop right in. Start with number 10 on our most anticipated. Do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go for it. I'll go first.
You'll go fourth.
I'll
go forth with number 10.
I will go forth with my number 10, The Lord of the Rings, Gollum. This is my number 10 because we talked a little bit about it with those grumpy British people, but it's Lord of the Rings fan. I'm excited to have a new Lord of the Rings game, even though it looks so generic stealth game, like 360 era stealth game. I don't exactly expect this to blow me away, but just to be in that world again, be in Middle Earth in video game form, I'm excited for that.
My number 10 kind of goes along the same way, where I'm going with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It is just a continuation of that Batman Arkham style gameplay from a sort of a different perspective, same universe. Gonna be fighting off the Justice League with the little Suicide Squad of, you got Deadshot or Harley, Sharkman head guy, and I'm excited to see Kevin Conroy again. I'm excited for that sort of gameplay, and I'm excited to be back and feeling that, especially after the very murky release of Gotham Knights, which I still have yet to try. But I want that classic Batman gameplay.
Yeah, I do want to try Gotham Knights still, but Suicide Squad looks good. I really like the premise, and I like the humor they're going for.
Yeah, I'm just praying it's going to be good. It's been a while.
It's been a while since Final Fantasy 15.
It has been.
My number 9 is Final Fantasy 16.
Ooh.
That game looks good.
I go into the Final Fantasy games knowing nothing about them and just hoping to just like go in and just have a good time. So that's what I'm doing with this. I knew nothing about 15 and I loved it. Knew very little about 7, but the remake was incredible and I cannot wait for part 2.
Yeah, since 15, we've both played every single Final Fantasy game, which was just 7 remake after that.
The main ones. We don't care too much about the little side shoots and this.
No,
there's so much. All the Kingdom Hearts side shoots, all this spin-off bullshit. Granted, I will take Final Fantasy 15-2 any day. More Noctis.
Yeah, I would too. It's not gonna happen ever.
It's Noctis gonna happen, but I want it.
Boo.
I don't care. He's my favorite. He's my favorite protagonist. Noctis.
Well, maybe you'll have a new one in 16.
No, they're all cool. They're all cool.
What?
They all seem cool and like edgy and badass. And Noctis, he was like a little boy who turned into a man, and I loved it.
maybe that's what will happen in 16. The little boy
No,
turns into a man.
it looks like a man's gonna just go through to do things. I don't want to
Maybe
see a
a
man turn
man's
into
gonna
a little
turn into a
boy.
man.
That's not the same. There's little character development. I'm
You
still
don't
gonna
know what you're
enjoy it.
talking about.
I don't. I haven't played it yet, but I want to.
It's coming.
It's coming. I don't know when this game is coming. It's coming March. My number 9 is Crime Boss Rocket City. Is this coming out late March?
Does it? I didn't. Yes, actually, no. It's. I was gonna say I don't remember it having a release date, but then I also remember seeing recently that it's coming out like kind of soon, which was surprising to me.
Right. I thought it was March 28th or something like that, or it's just
It
that's a
is.
random.
It. I can
It is.
confirm March 28th. You
Right.
continue to be really good at video game dates for some reason.
I'm sorry. Um, I still don't know too much about this one, but it seems just fun. It seems like that Saints Row esque big open city, do just a whole bunch of random crime stuff, and the cast looks nuts. I'm very excited. This tomfoolery, this big celeb hijinks. I want it. Give me more.
Yeah,
Give me more videos.
not seeing any gameplay like a few months out is a little concerning, but
Yeah. Will it get
yeah,
delayed?
I'm also that. Uh, I am also very excited to the point where I put it at my number 8.
Wow.
So there you go. Yeah, it's the cast that is just like so
Hmm.
bonkers and ridiculous that like I can't help but be excited for it.
I gotta rewatch the trailer again tonight because I don't remember too much about it, but it had some staying power in my brain.
Yes, Vanilla Ice is there.
Yes, Hilo. Oh my god.
Yep.
My number 8 is Atomic Heart. I've been waiting for this one for years, and the more stuff came about it, I would get excited. I would get nervous. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like first person Dark Soulsy, so it's gonna be hard, but it also has that Bioshock feel, so it's very personal and just like exploration based. And I just February 21st, I want it. I need it to come out. I need to feel it, and I hope I don't get angry. I'm better at Souls games now, so I should be able to do good. Do good
You
in these.
yeah, just apply like going into it. Just be like it's a From game.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
it's a
from
Souls
game.
like.
If there's something to pick up, it's a toy. I'm gonna call it a toy and get excited and go get it.
Yep, exactly.
Ooh, toy. New thing for me.
My number 7 is AEW Fight Forever.
Not
I
surprised.
I want I mean, I don't know if this is going to be a good wrestling game, but I want just a really good wrestling game to come out.
Where's WrestleQuest?
That was supposed when we went to PAX, the
Hmm.
guy told us it was coming like August of last year. It's still not out and doesn't have a release date. I get it though, game development,
You're that
it's
elite guy. You got to go play WrestleQuest before it
I
got
did.
delayed.
I did. I am Mr. WrestleQuest.
And Randy Savage was just sitting there on Twitter.
It was definitely not Randy Savage.
I still can never remember his name.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, I guess I just really don't care about wrestling. But what else is new?
Oh, I don't act like AEW Fight Forever is not your number one most
Oh,
anticipated.
we'll get to my number 1 least anticipated wrestling game.
All right, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is a little game that I feel like you will not remember. And I had to look up a little bit about it too because I forgot a lot about it. It was Sea of Stars.
That sounds familiar. Was this one that kind of looks like Octopath Traveler?
Yeah, it has that same sort of art style.
Okay.
Got some turn-based fighting, just like an old style RPG, but the visuals look amazing. You're playing as these two characters. I don't remember if they're brother and sister or not. But do you remember that game that came out a few years ago called The Messenger? It was like a 2D side
Yes.
scroller. So this game is a prequel. It takes place in the same universe, but
Right.
beforehand.
Right. I remember that because I remember them saying like you don't need to have played the Messenger
Mhm.
to play this at all. They're pretty separate. That's an interesting thing.
It is, and I looking back at what the Messenger is, I don't think I'm gonna go back and play it because those kind of platformy 2D games are just not for me. but Sea of Stars is that type of game that is for me. That beautiful old pixel style, but that fun RPG with a whole bunch of beautiful areas, fun stuff to go around. I'm very excited for this one.
Does it have a release date or is it just 2023?
I want to say it was mid June. I want to say it was the middle of the year, but I also feel like it wasn't fully concrete and has been moved around and can move around as well.
Games tend to move around, believe it or not.
A lot. I could double check though. Scapaboop. It just says mid 2023.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, two children, brother and sister.
My number 6 is Like a Dragon Ishin. That is
Mm.
the samurai one. I'm. It would probably be higher. Okay, so
This is a remake though, right?
uh, yes
Because Yakuza
and
Ishin came
no.
out, and this is like, what are we?
So like it is a remake of the original one that only came out in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
but they are also adding a lot more to it, like some of the more modern Yakuza characters.
So like a soft remake.
Kind of, yeah. They're basically taking the idea and just completely modernizing it. I have no idea if
Okay.
the story is going to be the same or what have you, because I don't really know much about the other one except that it exists.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this. I am a little less excited for it because it is like outside the canon of like the main games.
Yeah. It's a cool setting, and like,
Yes.
because it's their ancestors or whatever, like it's a fun little thing to play, and I like the animus in a way.
Yeah, totally. I'm not exactly expecting a full Yakuza or Like a Dragon game from it. I'm not expecting to
Mm-hmm.
have that same feeling with it, but I can't help but be excited.
Yeah. I want to play this one too, but that's definitely more of a side release for me.
Yeah,
Uh
totally.
for me, number 6 is Black Myth Wukong. That really cool looking soul
Yeah,
style based off the ancient monkey, um, or whatever it is, Wukong. And everything about that game just seems like Elden Ring Sekiro on steroids. It looks
yeah,
nuts. Changing into different creatures and animals to traverse the world, the fighting, the finishers, the moves, it all looks so fluid. It looks amazing, and oh god. That's what got me more excited to even want to try Steel Rising and some of these other ones, cuz it looks so cool.
yeah. I remember when you first showed me that game like years ago at this point,
Yeah.
and yeah, it looks good. It looks cool.
It looks really cool, and I'm really hoping. I keep getting this one and Wo Long Fallen Dynasty confused.
That one doesn't have the monkey.
No, it does not, and I just they're all over the place. But this is the one I cannot wait. It looks awesome.
Yeah,
I hope the full release date comes out, because I think it's been moved around a few times.
yeah. Well, hopefully it just comes out this year because they've been working on that for a while.
That's when I thought was coming out in March.
Is it coming out in March?
I don't think so. I thought it was,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know if it has a full release date at the moment.
All right. Number 5. We're halfway there. Mine is Starfield.
Ooh, that's far.
Far away
Like
or far down.
I was expecting it to be higher.
No, I think the games will make sense in my top 4 once we get there.
Yeah, because it's
But
you.
yeah, I am very excited for this game though. Sometimes you're really just itching for that type of game, that big open world, open
Hmm.
exploration, side quests all over the place, narrative driven RPG like that. They don't come often. I'm excited.
Yeah, that game is going to be incredible, no
All the
matter if it's
ship
buggy or
stuff looked
not.
awesome.
I'm going to waste so much time just building my ship and flying it around.
Yep.
That's just going to be everything. I'm gonna waste so many hours just doing shit, and that's the best thing about games like these.
Yeah,
Not even playing the game.
totally.
Rounding at the top of my number 5 is gonna be Diablo 4.
All
Uh,
right.
Emily and I
That's
have
higher
been
than I thought it would have been.
Emily and I have been playing through Diablo 3 again recently when we have the time and just
Okay.
having fun messing around. And based off just playing Pokemon with her, having someone around to just play these kind of games with co-op is going to just make it much more exciting for me. And just I remember playing Diablo 3 for the first time and that being the game that got me into ARPGs, and I've played some incredible ones like Viking, Wolves of Midgard, and ARPGs are just they're fun. I that clicked for me. I get it now. And Diablo 4 just looks like an insane jump up from 3 and more along akin to 2, which I still have to play, but just graphics, the verticality, getting to jump and go up and down different terrains. I'm very
Having
excited.
it it being more of an open world to like actually just go explore and like do
Yeah,
other quests in that is very appealing.
absolutely. As long as I'm able to sit there, play my little mage magic guy and fuck shit up, I'll be having a fantastic time.
I think you will be able to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, top 4.
Top 4. I'm excited to see what
My
yours are.
number 4 is The Legend of Zelda: Tears or Tears of the Kingdom. However you
Tears.
want to tears, crying from all the tearing happening.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's I, I'm not expecting Breath of the Wild. I don't think that well, I am expecting Breath of the Wild, but what I mean is I'm not
Not a Breath
expecting
of
the
the Wild
feeling.
level, like when
No.
you first started, because it's like here we are again. There's gonna be some new
Yes.
stuff. It's not that
Totally. It's
huge jump.
no, the magic of that first Breath of the Wild experience is like it happened. It's wonderful. This is certainly not going to ruin it. I'm sure this game's going to be really good because it is just going to be more Breath of the Wild with more shit added.
Yep.
But it, I don't think it will hit the same way. But
No.
I realize I'm maybe being a little too negative for the game I said is my number 4 most anticipated. It looks like a lot of fun, and I'm ready to be back in Hyrule in that Breath of the Wild type game.
Go and kill 1,000-year-old Ganon for the 6th time right at the beginning.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to handle that. Actually, that'll be interesting.
You could do an assassination kill in Assassin's Creed. Just jump down on him.
That
That's the
would
game.
be cool. I would like that.
My number 4 is going to be Redfall.
Ooh.
I need to hear more about this game, but out of everything I've heard so far, it just seems like a vampire version of Borderlands meets Dead Island. You have this
Yeah.
entire island to explore around, little things to do, a whole bunch of crevices. I'm assuming an open world just littered with activities and things to do, and just the guns, the loot, leveling up, whatever bosses they have. Like that is the type of game that I wait for. That these are my in between Borderlands palette refreshers.
I don't know if you saw, I don't remember what it was from, but they showed some more gameplay from it and it was like I mean, we'll see what the actual game is like, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like more horror than I was expecting it to be, as in like it was a very dark house. You're just using flashlights and like something is kind of like zipping around and stuff. It was like pretty horror driven. At least that sequence was, and I was into that. We'll see what the game is actually like, but
More akin
that
to
was
like a
cool.
Ghostwire Tokyo, where it's a lot more visual and
Yeah,
atmospheric. Interesting. That's
totally.
less of what I want it to be, but I mean, I'll definitely take it, and I'm excited to play it.
I'm sure I don't expect the whole game to be like that, but I'm sure there's totally segments of that.
I'm hoping for some just good comedy, run around, kill shit, get some new
It
guns,
definitely
do some
seems to
more.
have that.
Good. I know.
All right. Now that this is the real good stuff. Top
Top
3.
3.
My number 3, which is maybe your number 3. I'm sure it's in here for you. It's Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
That is also my number 3.
Okay, yeah. It
Yes.
it more Spider-Man.
Give me 30, 40 more hours of swinging around and make it feel better. Please. Let
Yeah.
me just it's that is fun enough. Who knows? I might even platinum this base game again because of how much I love the first one and how great it is, and just how addicted I'll be the second I get to swing around again, and how
Yep.
beautiful it's gonna look.
Keep that good narrative going too. It just that first one, and also Miles Morales, even though it was more of a side game than anything, but they're just they're both so good.
They are. They're like they just kind of came out and was like, yeah, we're gonna make one of the best Spider-Man games ever,
Yeah,
and then they did.
yeah, they just did.
Marvel's like, what game do you want to make? Spider-Man, and then they killed it, and it's like, all right, shit, we're gonna make more, and then we're gonna do Wolverine, and we're probably gonna kill that too. It's like, Jesus,
Yeah.
keep going. This is
Also,
great.
yep. If Wolverine was slated to come out this year, which I highly doubt, no, it's not going to.
No.
Uh, I that would probably be in my top 10 most anticipated, just based on how good Spider Man is.
Oh yeah, the year that comes out, it will be in my top 10 most anticipated.
Yep.
Whew. But Spider-Man 2 is going to be hopefully an amazing. I mean, just that story alone of how it was set up. I cannot wait for that version of those characters to go through this and see what happens.
It is one of the maybe two games, which we'll get to our number one most anticipated, but I think it's the one of two games that we can both sit here and confidently say in January, as long as it actually comes out this year, it is going to be in the running for our game of the year.
Absolutely. I mean, based off how Spider-Man 1 played and how amazing it was, we both platinumed that main game. And it's just
Yep.
that feel like you get back from watching a Spider-Man movie at theaters, you just want to throw it in and just swing around for half an hour, 45 minutes, take out some bad guys. There's always some reason to go back to it. And like we mentioned
Yeah.
numerous times on the podcast, it's like, yeah, I've just had some free time. I just felt like swinging around, or I started a new
Yep.
game just to feel it again. It's just that good. It really is.
When I got my new TV, which was all like, it was a big like HDR upgrade for me. The game I went to was Spider-Man and just swung around.
And it's you can't go wrong with it. It's a
Nope.
fantastic game. Give it. I fall 2023 is too far.
Yeah, I agree. But we'll
Yeah.
have plenty of stuff to hold us over.
Yes, we will.
All right. Number two. I am almost positive I know what your well, actually no, I don't know what your number two is because I don't think the game I'm thinking of got a release year. My number two is Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name.
I'm
I am
surprised. I understand the narrative is why it's so high up, but that gameplay is just destroyed.
no, so this is not the Yakuza 8 or what have you.
Oh,
This is the it's going back to action gameplay for this one. It's the one where uh Kiryu becomes Joryu or something.
oh, this was like
Uh
his time while he was away.
yep, it's basically
Right.
it's the one that's right after 6 before Like a
7.
Dragon.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's exciting. That I'm excited to play because
Yep,
that's a
I'm
real video
excited.
game.
Yep, excited to have that combat back. Excited to have him back as the main protagonist, even though he is going to be like part of the main protagonist duo in the new one.
Yeah,
Uh, but I'm excited for, and it is a different twist, but it is an actual like part of the story, unlike Ishin. So
good,
I'm I'm very excited for it.
good. I'm much more excited for that now because these ugh, bad taste mouth, but we'll see. My number two is should be obvious. It's Starfield. I need it.
Oh, duh! You didn't say Starfield yet.
Nope. And like I said before, like the housing system in Skyrim, I've spent 28, 30 hours straight just building my house, getting that shit done, resources. I'm going to lose my mind when I can build my own ship that I can fly. I,
I don't.
I, I, that's all I need.
I like think about like I'm sure you can get this deep based on what they've shown when like decorating the interior and stuff. But just think about
Mm,
like having all your companions and being able to like make rooms that are specifically catered to that companion,
put
like
stuff
shit,
in it,
like
be like piss
yep,
them off, and like what have you. It doesn't matter. Just like that sort of like live living and world
yeah,
building, like oh my god, it's gonna make it so much more immersive just doing that shit.
yep. That's that's probably what I'm most excited about with Starfield.
Thank you, Game Pass. Thank you so much.
Also, yeah, that part is awesome. Not having to actually buy the game and just having Game Pass.
Amazing.
All right.
Drum roll.
If you
What is
know
the
anything,
Offshore Gamescast official most anticipated game of the year?
yeah. If you know anything about us or have listened to us at all, you know that it's Hogwarts Legacy for both of us.
Every day a new thing gets tweeted or something else comes out. I've been one of the biggest Harry Potter fans forever. I've watched the movies. I had all the books. I still got to read them. I don't fucking give a shit. If there's a world that I could live in, it's a toss up between Pokemon and fucking Harry Potter, but I would still choose Harry Potter. I love magic. I love wands. I love all that shit. Harry Potter's just fucking great. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's this is I pretty much everything they've shown and everything they've talked about this game, I think is awesome. Disconnecting it enough from actual Harry Potter, having it in a
Smartest
completely different
move.
time period. Yeah, awesome move. I don't think that they should. I don't think anything with Harry Potter needs to be touched again. But the world is totally open.
Can be built
Uh,
on so much. I mean, you're still doing stuff at Hogwarts.
yep.
It's gonna have its own like bad guy focused narrative and evil goblins and shit. Like, but there's so much the unforgivable curses. There's so much lore that we already know about. I fucking love the Harry Potter lore. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind, and I'm gonna 100% this game, play it all over. I'm gonna be a Hufflepuff walking around my goddamn common room, being a badass. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
it's being able to explore all outside of Hogwarts.
Mm-hmm.
All like they seem to be going with like companions and companion quests. It's like it's checking all the boxes of things I love in video games.
Absolutely, it's gonna be
Getting your
everything.
own, getting your own like little house thing with your own animals you can have like on your own little farm, and like it's
Inside the
yeah,
briefcase and shit. Oh yeah, the
yep,
vivarium. I need it. I need it all. I'm gonna be obsessed. I'm gonna be obsessed with this game.
yeah. It's this one would be one of the biggest bummers if it's just not a good game.
I can almost confidently say now. I don't think there's gonna be a game that is releasing or will be announced that will top my excitement for Hogwarts Legacy, and it will just be Game of the Year.
I am not ready to call it game of the year yet because I've been hurt too many times.
I'm calling it
But
Game of the Year. I'm sorry, Immortality.
it's, it was robbed left and right, except with us. We
Man
gave it the attention it
engaged got
deserves.
got kicked like a horse.
Yeah, and she carried that game. Well, she didn't carry it. Everything carried the game. It was all great, but she was wonderful.
I bet she was, Dylan. I bet it's an amazing game.
It is. You should play it.
I should at some point. But Hogwarts Legacy, that's my shit, and I need it now. And I want to get the special editions just to play it 3 days early. I need,
It's only like a month away.
and which is insane. Please don't get delayed again because I just want to incendio and fucking Alohomora shit all over the place.
I don't think being this. I mean, you never say never, but I don't think the current gen versions are going to get delayed at this point.
You never know, but
You never know.
let's hope not.
All right. We have to resolve some things around here.
We got to resolve some things. There are resolutions, and no one likes to pay attention to any of the resolutions. You'll never see people in the gym on January 2nd. But,
Nope.
there are some things that you just got to pick back up and see if you can do them. And I like to make a little list of games that I should have beaten that. Why did I ever put that down? Why did I never play this? It's a classic. Like, this is the year. I'm making myself my resolutions are I'm going to beat these games, and we both have written down 5 games that we would like to have done by the end of 2023, roughly November, but December can work too.
Yeah. I just copied what you do.
Yeah. You want me to go
I'm a
first?
big old copycat. Yeah, you go first this time.
Here's a game that I have picked up and put down so many times, and I don't know why I never finished it. It was just so fine for me at the time, but I am gonna be jumping back into Sunset Overdrive to finally cap it off.
Ooh, you never finished that?
Nope, and like it. It's one of those where it's like I that seems so easy. It's really not that long. I feel like just a lot of the things that you were doing felt kind of repetitive, and like I didn't care as much. I was just kind of running around having fun, and it felt fine. And I know it was like started the groundwork for what brought Insomniac up into the Spider-Man and like the traversal, because that game is all about movement, but it doesn't feel nearly as good. And I feel like it hasn't clicked for me all the times that I've gone back to it. But I know I can finish it. I just got to get it done.
That one kind of surprised me because I feel like you've talked just over the years, just talked to me about Sunset Overdrive a pretty decent amount.
It definitely comes back and it gets brought up a lot, and I feel like that's the reason. It just I can't get past it. There's so many games that I just have struggled, and it takes years sometimes for me to just finally just figure it out and finish it. It took me years and like 5 different playthroughs to finish Fallout 3. It's sometimes it's just hard.
Yeah, it's very easy to get caught up in all the new releases coming out, and then things just get left behind, and then you're in your mind like, well, I can't go back now, and yeah, it's
Nope.
tough.
Yeah, it is.
All right, one of mine is Alan Wake.
Okay. I mean, Alan Wake 2 is going to be coming out. It's going to be a big one. That is one that I would like to have also beaten, but now that the remake is out, I want to focus on that one if I ever buy it or get to it.
So yeah, that's really what I mean because I did start the remake. I played through like the first chapter, and for just no real reason, I just never continued it. It was good.
Right?
I enjoyed it. I'm interested in where it goes, but I
Too
just
much
never
got in the
continued
way.
it past that. What?
Too much got in the way.
Yeah, life happened.
Cuz
So
I
this was
didn't I
a
buy that for you for your birthday or Christmas or something one year?
that sounds right.
It was like a year or so ago.
Yeah, that that sounds right. I was playing it in the old room.
Wow. Throwing it back to only last year.
Yeah, crazy. Throwing it back to a few months ago.
Well, I hope you get back to it.
Me too.
My next one is one that I've played a total of maybe 5 to 10 minutes in, and then I put down and have just waited. I played the one before it. I thought it was fine, and now it just recently got its next gen update. So I am ready to finally see what The Witcher 3 has to show me.
Ah, all right, yeah.
I've waited for this update to come out ever since they showed the roadmap for Cyberpunk and its updates, and we were waiting for that update, and now the Witcher update, and I was like, maybe I'll finally play it when the update comes out, and it only just released this last month. So I'm looking forward to sit down and hope that this big RPG is like something that'll catch me in the right mood. I haven't been in a big RPG or been in the mood for one, but this fantasy melee, whatever, like I'm hoping that my attention stays this time.
Yeah, you definitely wait until you're really craving that big RPG because it's gonna be a big time sink. But
Yeah,
yeah,
hopefully this year.
hopefully it's gonna be a tough year to squeeze in these games because I'm already so far behind on just this year, and we're like a week into it.
Yup. Focus on the big
Uh,
ones.
yeah, Lost Judgment.
Yep. I've been waiting. This one,
I
it's
gotta. I love this game. It's so fucking good.
I'm so shocked that it just really hasn't stayed up there and just gotten you through just like a bored day or something. Like even though you got your circle, I'm surprised you don't just hop right into it and just finish it.
I That's what I need to do. I still have so much to do in that game,
So
and I
you're still
love
gonna do
all
all
the
the side stuff.
oh, ow, 100,000%.
So much.
I know, and I love it. I love all the side activities. I love all the stuff with the school and the different mini games that it brings. I love all of that. It's just one of those games that fell to the wayside, especially since like we do the podcast now, where it's a lot harder to just like sit down with one game for like a month.
It is. It really is. But you've been doing it with Harvestella.
Yeah, yes, I have.
Speaking of those kind of games, my next one is Yakuza 7. I was trashing it because I still cannot stand that fucking gameplay style. But I want to know the story. I mean, that's all I'm here for is the narratives, and want to. I'm excited for Kiryu's little side shoot mainline game, obviously because it's back to the normal stuff. But I mean, I
Yeah.
still love the Yakuza games. I want to know what happens in this story and finish it. I do want to play 8. I don't know how long it'll take me to play 8, but I want to get through these. And I just
So
I
8, I don't think is slated to come out this year, which is good because there's already a lot of Like a
good.
Dragon happening this year. So
Yeah. But the fact I still want to play it and I can't play it without playing 7. So I just got to get 7 out the way.
yeah, totally. It's the combat is definitely the worst part of 7, but the story's good. The new cast of characters is good.
Mhm.
It's a very different dynamic, but it's good.
I'm still so early in it. I only just got to the part where you found out that the office has changed and they don't give a shit about him anymore.
Yeah, you're extremely early.
Yeah.
My next one is Greedfall.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
They are making a sequel. I don't think
Yes.
it's supposed to come out till next year, but I was enjoying Greedfall just fine, and then I like got to the good part where shit was gonna start happening, and just didn't touch it again.
Yeah, no, that game is the sleeper hit gem of the year when it came out. Fell in love with Greedfall. I think it's incredible. It's a very good lower budget RPG, and I was nervous about Steel Rising and what Spiders was doing next with it, especially because it was Souls like. But that one came out good, and oh God, I loved Greedfall. It was hard in the beginning to really get into, but once I got into it, I couldn't stop. I love that world. I don't remember too much of it, but fuck, the second one's gonna be great.
Hopefully, yeah, but that's really I want to have it done before the second one, essentially.
It's got a good story. I really enjoyed it. One that I've been looking at every time I come down to do podcast, and one that I'm ready for now after my recent endeavors is I plan on finishing Bloodborne.
Ooh, yeah, you got to play that.
I'm really gonna fully get into it because I've barely done anything in that one either. But I couldn't be more ready for it.
No, I think you are prepared now. You went through your training. It's time. That
I'm
is a good one. That's a very good one.
I'm very excited because that it's not as open. It's more linear. There's just so many things to do and so many. Oh, little Bloodborne posty displate. Is that a little displate posty?
It is a display.
Ooh, I gotta get into the real hype. I'm in the quicksand with everyone now.
That was the one that got me into the Souls likes. That
It
was
was
my first one that clicked with me.
I was either gonna put down Bloodborne or Sekiro, and I still want to finish Sekiro, but I think Bloodborne is the big one that I gotta get into.
I think I like Sekiro more overall. It's definitely a lot harder than Bloodborne.
Hmm.
Um, but I think yeah, the natural next step is Bloodborne.
I think so, and I'm ready.
Let's continue along that line of thinking. The Demon Souls remake.
Ooh, that is also one I want to try, especially because of how
That's
changed it is.
yeah, that's on my list. I pre-ordered that. That was like the first big PlayStation exclusive with the
Mm-hmm.
PS5. It is still in the plastic. Never opened that up.
Yep.
I essentially wasted money because I'm sure I can get it for so much cheaper now.
I
But
mean, I'm pretty
here
sure
we
it still
are.
got some decent value, but definitely not what the $70 it released at or
I
whatever
think
it
it was still
was.
60. I don't think games were hitting 70 yet.
I think this one is like one of the first big $70 ones.
I could be misremembering. What do I know?
What do you know?
Not much because I never played Demon Souls. Never played the original, never played the remake. I want to play the remake. That is one of the few from games that at least Souls from games that I have not ever touched.
Curious how the more cinematic style of it's going to be, like the
I'm
camera and
excited to
everything.
see that. Yeah.
I want to get to that too, but I got to start with the other ones first.
Yeah.
My last one is going to be GTA 4.
You never finished that?
Never finished the campaign with
Hmm.
Nico. I played a lot of it back in the day, and I've gone back and forth because that was at the time where those kind of Rockstar Grand Theft Auto games were like new to me, and that level of openness where it's like, yeah, every sort of person you talk to has their own story that correlates with like the big story, but like you see like three different letters of 3 different people and like missions you could go do. I'm like, this is so overwhelming. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do first. And I just kind of go and just explore and do random shit. So it wasn't until 5 where I was like, oh, I get it. And then 4 was just so back in the way. Other things kept coming out, but I'm ready to just go through and just beat GTA 4. Have crossed that one off my list too.
It's good. It's a good game. I don't know how I'm I kind of want you to play it because I'm pretty curious about how that would hold up today.
Yeah, probably fine because of what it is, but it definitely is like, all right, that was fun. Now where's GTA 6?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
My last one, which you got me in the mood for talking about it, Hades.
Yeah.
When I first played Hades, I'm sure you remember because we talked about it on the show.
Hmm.
I raved about it. I said I understand why it was winning Game of the Years all over the place. It feels great. It's the game that pretty much opened me up to roguelikes.
And that's those kind of games are great. Like they really stick
Yeah.
out.
Yep. I have finished a few runs, but that is not actually beating the game. I know it's gonna be tough to jump back into and like be good again. It's probably gonna take a while, but
Hmm.
I I want to finish that.
I mean, I might go play some Hades once this episode's over because it's good.
How dare you?
I'm in it. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I made it to the 4th area. I gotta finish it. I gotta keep leveling up. That's good. It's good. 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 Good.
We did it.
We did it. You excited about your resolutions? Which one do you is the first you think you're gonna knock off?
Out of all of those, I think the most realistic is Lost Judgment.
Hmm. I think the first one I would do would be Sunset Overdrive, just because of I would just pick it back up where I left off. I don't think I care too much about the story or anything else. I just want to finish it. No, I'm done with it.
Yeah, that one you had a couple on there surprised me. I would have really thought that you had finished Sunset Overdrive, and I definitely would have thought that you had played through and finished GTA 4.
Yep. There's just some games that like it doesn't really make sense, and it doesn't. I don't understand why I haven't finished them yet, but that's why they're up here. Like I had Pokemon Black, I think 1 year, or Pokemon White or whatever it was, and I had the first Gears of War that I wanted to finish, and I did that. I've had some other ones too. Like one of them I still waiting to do is Mass Effect 3, but I planned on playing through 1 and 2 over again with the Legendary Collection, but who knows when that's gonna happen now.
You should do that before the next Mass Effect.
I think I can do that.
You probably it seems like you have some time on that because I don't think that's coming this year either.
No, but I am excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited for that.
Hmm.
Even though Andromeda happened.
I liked Andromeda.
Meh.
All right, we did it fully.
Next week we should be back to our regular normal episodes.
Dylan will be all tanned up, muscular.
I don't know. It's where I'm going. It's still winter.
Yeah, but you're gonna be so tanned and muscular and speak a new language.
I don't think I'm going to be either of those things. If anything, I'm going to be the same skin tone, probably a little fatter from eating a lot, but I will
Mm.
probably be able to speak another language a little bit better than I currently can.
And you gotta get me some toys.
I'll get you toys.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the gaming related stuff next week on what we're talking about.
Yes.
Goodbye, Dave.
Later. Have fun. Don't sleep on the plane.
I don't know what's going to happen on the plane. It's unpredictable.
You should read Dune and watch it at the same time.
I'm not bringing Dune with me.
But he bought it, so it's okay.
I did buy it. All right, this is another podcast now. Now we're talking about books. That's not.
What's
What?
going on, guys? Welcome back to Bookcast Off Game Book. Today's book, Dune.